You know what would be great is if I could actually make a living off of being more authentic. Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, you've got to embrace the jank in life and just not be afraid of being truly yourself, and embrace the jank, be awkward, be embarrassed, like be nervous, be afraid, but do it anyway, you know? Because otherwise, who are you living for? Who are you? Like, if you have to always mind and correct how you come across, how you present yourself, then how can anyone truly be themselves? So these are the kind of questions that go on inside my mind all the time. And so I'm in the process of leaning into that discomfort. I've got to push myself outside my comfort zone in order to grow, in order to like progress in life in the directions that I want. Because I feel like I've been holding myself back, and I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of this like inner conflict and negative emotions and negative ways of thinking and seeing the world. So what this brings me to is everything that I've been working on over the last couple of years, increasingly. The resource project is going along well, but you know, at the core of it is me. I'm still at the helm. I'm still controlling everything, and I would like to make vlogging one of the channels that I can garner attention from an audience that resonates, that relates, that understands, that gets some value from whatever the hell this is, this vlogging adventure. And the process of feeling like self-conscious in the process it's all part and parcel, isn't it? So I would rather get comfortable with this than always be like held up by my internal monologue, always correcting me, always saying, oh, don't do that, you'll look foolish, you know? It's that corrective voice that's been taught by our parents and by society, by everyone initially, and we get so like we understand the boundaries, where all the boundaries are in proprietary, in everything, and so we learn how to conduct ourselves within these boundaries, and you could call that your comfort zone, or some law, or some, you know, I don't know, manual on how to behave, what's good, what's bad, everything like that. It creates a bubble where it goes inside this bubble, outside this bubble, you know, it's that kind of thing. Let me gear myself up, because you may have noticed or not that yeah, if I was to show you in a video, this is part of the kind of kit upgrades that I'm creating myself. And like I said, part of the process is the jank. So I am testing how this all fits. Now the next piece, it all fits within just a side bag, a sling bag. And this is the next piece, and I don't know whether I should wear the whole thing on the inside or on the outside, but right now I'm going to do it on the outside. So you can see this just extends, and I can probably extend it one further. Okay, yeah. And then this will go around my neck and attach onto that rod, but in the meantime, so that's going to be annoying. See, this is important. I need to get comfortable with, like, just like with life, I go through and I go, oh, that's awkward. I'll refine the process. I will work on myself to do this in a more like, you know, efficient and effective manner. And that is the process within the realm of form. And the concept of self is within the realm of form. I don't know if it's within or like around it or whatever. I don't know where the boundaries lie again in that kind of concept. But yeah, that's all part of this inner experience of awareness of all the mechanics that I'm experiencing within. And now that I've been assigning words, developing a lexicon based on the 12 core archetypes of an individual and of reality itself, the experienced journey that I've been going on is coming together. I seem to have put together my own language using very basic words, very short words, and I've put them together in a grid format using an Excel sheet, and that's my lexicon that I'm building. It looks like a line of DNA coding or something. It's all colored and everything. And then there's this physical process of redesign, of upgrading, of what I said, using form to make everything as best as I can. And part of that journey is coming out of my shell. Like, I need to come out of my shell and not care about what other people think. Because again, I'm so sick of caring about what other people think. And I care about what other people think. Why? Why do I care? What is the part of me that cares so much and is so fearful? Because when I choose, in hopefully privacy, when I choose to just be truly myself, and that's the key, look out for the truth. When I choose to be true, I act in a different way next to when I choose to let the boundaries of form, of ego, and of like, I don't know, correction, self-correction, this guise, this like form of vanity and self-image, that is where the boundary starts to take effect. And I'm a different person within that realm of form, of self, of ego. I'm different there. And that's the version that I present to the world. That's the thing that is different from who I am, you know, if I choose to just be fully myself. So let's go for a walk. Let's get used to talking at a camera on my own and narrate my thoughts. This is a vlog after all. Let's do the damn thing. Right, so now this can go up here. All right, how you doing? So right now this rod is strapped to my side and that goes around my neck. I mean, this is the only time I'll be gearing up in front. Inside or outside? Because I just want to get used to the jank. And I have to remember which side is which and stuff like this. But you know, I'm the only one in existence that is in real time feeling negative emotions about what's happening right now. Objectively, there is no judgment, because right now at least, there is no third party. There is no other person who's making those judgments. I don't know if I've made that worse. The internal monologue, that's the judgmental thing. That's the voice. And that voice is ego. And it doesn't have a voice per se, but it is part of the monologue of your internal experience. And that's not the true you, that's the ego. The true you, you've probably yet to put a name to, or a personality to, or maybe you have, and maybe you just choose to not be that person, not be the true you. Why would you do that? Many reasons. Cool spot, right? I'm gonna be distracted by nature. I need to get some kind of cleaning cloth, or just never touch the lens, especially while recording. Let's go this way. I've never seen a hands-free rig like this. So I use my curiosity and my engineering. I'm not an engineer, but I do design cool stuff. And I am fascinated. Oh, here's where I was yesterday. These strange rocks. I'm trying to imagine what it is. Like, I know there's different layers of, it looks like calcification or whatever. It's like a chalky substance. It's, why am I even? You know what I mean? That change in, you change character almost. You're in a different state. You can switch from if you give them a name, they have different personalities within you, these different aspect states that I'll go into more, and I have been. You can find yourself getting carried away in a train of thought. And it requires that correction, that self-awareness to go, oh, get out of your mind and back into yourself, because you are around people and there are rules, there are considerations. So then that corrective behavior comes back in and you become self-conscious again, and you become self-aware. You become self, or ego. And when in states of pleasure, of happiness, of contentment, of peace, when you are comfortable being the real you, is that a dead end? Then you act differently to when you are self-conscious. I mean, I find it flabbergasting that people aren't talking about these kind of things more often. And it strikes me that we don't even have a language around it. We have loose terms that have come from all sorts of places, and their meanings are confused and uncertain. So part of my journey of doing everything at once is is developing these core archetypes, taking reference from anyone, anything that I can, putting them all together and structuring it in a way that makes sense to me. And it comes in the form of language, it comes in the form of colors, it comes in the form of a melding of all these concepts that point in the same direction, and they just use different terminologies. So I've kind of created my own unified, universal way of understanding. What's the purpose? Why am I talking to myself effectively, learning how to try and vlog? Because one, I want to push myself outside my comfort zones and into further truth, because I believe that that is at the core of what we need to do as a society. What's required of us is at least be more truthful. And that definitely means be more truthful to yourself. And then for me, I'm like, well, what is self? Who am I? What do I want? Why am I different? Why do I choose this and that? And, you know, that introspective journey of mental understanding. But also being very aware of my body, being very aware of a state of high, a state of joy. What are the reasons and how do I change different states? I'm in acknowledgement that I change states of being all the time. And the transitions between these different states, how do they occur? And am I able to control it? And yeah, ultimately, with more self-awareness, you can take the first step, which is always just be present and be open and honest and still. Like nothing is ever required of you. No one needs or expects anything from you that you can't give at any point. But right now, no one else matters but everything that is. And you start to disappear. The concept of you. Everything you. You are self-aware that everything just is. I'm trying to forever not try and sound preachy or whatever, but this pattern of being self-conscious all the time keeps bringing me out of the moment, of a more peaceful and happy experience. It keeps, like, if you were to use up and down, it keeps dragging me down, back into old patterns, into a form of entrapment, the obsession with self. And so the more I am aware of this process and am able to eventually find the right words and formulate them and communicate them, it is a type of therapy for me to do that. It's maddening, it's alienating, but it's very satisfying to observe what is and get some space between me and the thing to just observe it and let it be. And the process of doing that is helping me let go and like helping my muscles relax. I have to like forcibly go, oh, pay attention. Am I carrying tension? Yes. Where? In my shoulders, everywhere, on my back, neck. Understandably neck now, but all the time, everywhere. And constantly, I just have to, have that awareness whisper, like, relax. Relax. Be still. Be present. Be here and now. Obviously, the reason for this video is to convey stuff with the mind. But it's that stillness that I advocate for the world, and people confuse it with stillness of body. They can't comprehend different forms of stillness. They can't comprehend the notion that we are different personalities, that we are different personas, that we can be in different states of being, that there can be different states of and different perspectives of reality, and that the kind of like magical formulas and blueprints and advice, wisdom passed down from all across the world, they all seem to have their own take on what everything is like, and their advice, their solutions for how to manage your life, take back control. In my case, a big part of it is the relationship with self. Taking back control, engaging, activating a sense of will. I've never really properly got into what I want. I find it very hard to even consider that. What do I want? What do I want? Let's go up here. To me, it sounds very self-centered and dangerous, because I can see the examples of when other types of people really lean in, go all in with what they want. It's ugly. It can be ugly. There are pitfalls everywhere. And trappings of unhealthy behavior and treatment to others that can come from any which direction, that you can take yourself into a different person, a different life, a different reality, by your choices, by your actions, by how you navigate this world. And if we are able to you know, take command of our experience and willfully choose to be, you know, insert your words, happy, honest, proud, confident, charismatic, you name it. Any quality that you want, you know, what if there was a way that you could actually manifest that step by step, gradually, but actually just choose to become, or just be rather, who you want to be. And I'm slowly believing that that can be the case, and there ain't nothing but to do it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. And it's always that doing that's been hard. And so I've been realizing, okay, what are the anchors that's holding me back? Why am I not able to just get on with it? Why do I have to keep giving myself so much shit? So the patterns repeat. But talking about it and being self-aware is helping. I may be just making all of this up as we do, as we make up stories, and then if we keep repeating them, they become a belief. And so if they are of a, you know, negative self-fulfilling prophecy, then they become a negative, like self-limiting belief. But it's all to do with self, isn't it? That's generally how our minds are enthralled. It's the self. Let's go through here again. Yeah. Back here again. I don't know how long it's been, maybe 20 minutes. I shouldn't care. In time, I will refine. This is dead air, but I'm letting it in. You can skip forward. You have control over time. Where should I go? So